This is BTV.
Welcome back. Before we move on to our next story, some of you might be interested to know what gemologist Robin Levinson thinks brought colored diamonds to the forefront.
I think what brought the fancy colored diamonds to popularity was when Jennifer Lopez got engaged with a 6-carat pink diamond. It was very beautiful, and I believe, if I'm correct, that it was going for approximately $5 million or somewhere in that vicinity.
Colored diamonds. They are more than just a new trend or a girl's best friend. In these current uncertain economic times, these rare and dazzling gems are increasingly being viewed as a solid and safe commodity in which to invest your hard-earned cash. That's the message that the privately held company Rare Colored Diamonds wants investors to hear. And they have some pretty compelling numbers to back up their claims.
It's the only form of portable and private wealth left in the world. I mean, if God forbid something happened and you needed to start all over again, you can't take your stocks and your cash and your gold and your real estate with you, but $1 million diamond will fit in the pocket of your jeans or on your wife's finger.
Deep blues, rich reds, glorious greens, and priceless pinks are all just a few of the colors that make up the rainbow of what are often called fancy colored diamonds. They are the rarest, most mysterious, and most beautiful gemstones nature has ever created, and by extension, the most valuable, which also makes them an attractive commodity to invest in. Harold Siegel is in the business of buying and selling colored diamonds through his company, RareColoredDiamonds.com.
I own RareColoredDiamonds.com, an investment firm that deals in rare colored diamonds. A red diamond, for example, is the rarest diamond in the world. There's only 70 red diamonds ever found. A red diamond is worth about $2 million a carat. So you're talking about the rarest diamonds. It takes 10,000 carats to find one colored diamond. When you talk about colored diamonds as an investment, they have never ever dropped in price.
Siegel was drawn to this investment sector because he identified a growing demand from individual investors seeking alternatives to traditional stocks, bonds, and real estate.
I started off as a collector. Once the first time that I saw him, I fell in love with him, and I started collecting. And being in the investment business for 30 years, I went through the inflationary periods of 1979 and 80. I saw what happened with gold at that time. I saw what happened with silver and oil in the currency markets. But I also experienced what happened in colored diamonds. And colored diamonds increased in price in 1979 and 80 by 500% over that 2-year period. So the reason that I brought diamonds more or less to the forefront was because most people didn't realize that this was another avenue, another viable investment, an alternative investment that can certainly get you to where you want to go financially without the risk of trading the stock and commodity markets.
And the company has run the numbers to back up its claims. On their website, the historical price tracking system charts the performance of colored diamonds over the past 3 decades and will even predict what prices different diamonds will fetch in the next 10 to 20 years.
So what we did is we took 28 years of data, private sales and auctions of rare colored diamonds, and we fed them into the computer. As an example, Argyle pink diamonds. Back in 1980, you could have purchased a 1-carat radiant cut, fancy vivid pink, internally flawless diamond for approximately $50,000 a carat. Today, if you could ever find a diamond like that available for sale, which is near impossible, but that diamond would sell for well over $1 million a carat. Then the historical price tracking system will also calculate that over the next 10 years, that diamond, if it was available, could be worth as much as $2 to $3 million. When we actually fed all the information into the computer, that in actual fact, the best value for investors to get involved in the rare colored diamond market on a minimal basis is a fancy yellow internally flawless diamond. Those diamonds back in 1979 and 80 sold for about $500 a carat. Today they sell for about $15,000 a carat. But the exciting thing is that 10 years from now in 2019, that diamond will be worth in the range of about $65,000. You do not have to be a multimillionaire in order to own and invest in the rare colored diamond market. I would not recommend that you buy a diamond based on how much money you have to invest per se. What we look to do is find the best quality diamond, a diamond that will do extremely well for our clients based on their comfort level.
Diamonds are the hardest, most ancient, and most brilliant of all precious stones. And the fact that they were conceived hundreds of thousands of years ago by nearly unexplainable forces of nature only adds to their mystery, rarity, and value.
In 1985, the Argyle mine in Australia came online, and the world went crazy for the most beautiful pink diamonds that they've ever seen. In fact, the Argyle mine produces 30 million carats of diamonds a year. But out of 30 million carats comes approximately 200 carats, enough to fill the palm of your hand, of some of the most beautiful pink diamonds in the world. Now, where most investors would never invest in a gemstone under a carat, they flock to buy any pink diamond that came out of the Argyle mine. The Argyle mine is scheduled to close in 2018. Anybody who's fortunate enough to own one of the true Argyle pink diamonds, I believe, is in store for one of the biggest returns on investments that they've ever seen.
So how does one rate the value of rare colored diamonds compared to white diamonds? Just ask Robin Levinson, an experienced gemologist and diamond lover.
The difference between a white diamond and a fancy colored diamond is essentially the color. A white colored diamond, you look for the lack of color. In a fancy colored diamond, you're looking for the saturation of color. The grading system for fancy colored diamonds follows the same grading system as white diamonds, the difference being color. But the 4 C's are the color, the clarity, the cut, and the carat weight. The color for fancy graded diamonds has to do with the hue, tone, and intensity. The next thing is the clarity grade. That's the lack of or the amount of imperfections in a diamond. That comes out of nature. The next thing is the cut. That's very critical in the brilliance and what makes the diamond dance. The last element would be the carat weight, and there's 100 points to 1 carat. And so you have the 4 C's, the color, the clarity, the cut, and the carat weight. So you could take a 67-point pink and a 15-carat white for the same price.
For many, diamonds are regarded as beautiful and sought-after symbols of love, status, and beauty. But Harold Siegel's goal is to add a different spin to the pitch for buying a rare-colored diamond.
If you look at the track record of colored diamonds, they outperform almost any other asset with complete safety. And that's the real message that we want to bring to our clients and listeners, is own a rare colored diamond in combination with other assets, and that will get you to where you need to go.
RareColoredDiamonds.com is a privately held company. You can't invest in them, but their diamonds are certainly worth noting.